close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome to Trucker Safety Divas. The show is just getting ready to start. Let me introduce you to your host, Angela Baum. You can find her on Facebook at Married to the Road. Lori Underwood, you can find her also on Facebook on Rolling with the Underwoods. Chris Johnson, also on Facebook with Chasing Miles with the Clark. And our newest addition, Terry. You can find her on Facebook, Trekking with Granny. Please grab yourself a cup of coffee or wine and enjoy the show. Married to the Road. Follow Larry and Angie Baum and their two fur babies, Gizmo and Bandit, as they trek across America, trying to make a difference in the trucking community. As the founders of Trucker Safety Info, they inform truckers about bad weather, construction, accidents, and more. Also the founders of Treat a Trucker, where they gift truckers with Walmart and food gift cards to show their appreciation to the American trucker. Follow their journey on Married to the Road on Facebook today.
Hello, ladies. How are you guys?
I'm good.
So it looks
Doing
like
all right.
Terry was there, but I think she disappeared. So we'll remove her until she gets her camera figured out. There we go. I was getting blinded by the sunlight. Okay, Lori, so you weren't on the show last week because you were in Tombstone celebrating your anniversary. So you want to tell everybody about that?
Oh my gosh, it was the best anniversary we've had in a really long time. We definitely needed that. We got to see gunfighting shows. We got to dress up. If you guys didn't see the outfits I had on, yeah, I'll need to go look. Check out those pictures. They're pretty spectacular. I'm just saying, toot my own horn there. I was like, dang. Toot, toot. I was like, wow. Hey, I was looking pretty sexy there. I'm like, okay, I got this.
You are a short little sexy thing.
Some days, we all have those days where it's okay we feel good about dressing up and being who we are. And then some days we just don't want to do anything.
Yeah. And Catherine, I had a chance to meet you, and you're a tall, freckly little cute thing.
Yeah, I am tall. I'm actually.
She is quite tall.
Yeah.
Well, honey, Lori, you're bite size, so.
She is.
So are you, Angie? I'm like the tall one. Oh my gosh. I am almost 5.
The pictures of us cracked me up because you and your daughter both were taller than me.
I am almost 5'9". I'm 5'8" and like 3/4, and I think she's like 5'5" last time I checked. And then the freckles. So my mom's side is Scottish and Hungarian, and my dad is all Irish. So my sister and brother are both redheads with freckles. I didn't get red hair. It didn't happen. So I got freckles anyway.
So you were like the redheaded stepchild?
I always used to say I was the milkman's daughter just to get a rise out of people.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And I know. Is she froze?
She froze.
Uh,
They're having a thunderstorm tonight where they're at.
oh,
Oh,
I
there
drove
she
through
is.
one yesterday.
Nope.
Was. How are you feeling? I know Angie was battling a pretty awful migraine this week.
Yeah, it's been terrible. I think it's mainly like sinuses or something, but yeah, it's just been awful.
You sound congested.
Yes. Lori keeps telling me, she's like, you need to do a neti pot. I'm like, I know. So I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow is just
Yeah. I
neti
have not
pot.
been able to bring myself to do that.
The first time I ever did it was last year, and I was so scared that I was going to like gag, because I don't know what it is. I'm always scared I'm not going to be able to breathe, but oh
Right.
my God, that's the best thing in the whole world. You feel so much better.
I used something similar and I thought I was going to drown, and I was like,
Yes.
resuscitate me.
Exactly.
So,
Okay. Lori is back.
yay.
So she's in the middle of a thunderstorm tonight, guys. So if she pops in and out, that would be the reason why.
I am. I'm in a serious rainstorm right now. Let me turn the camera around. I'll show you guys what I'm facing.
Is this like what I drove through the other day, Lori? When I was on the phone with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like what I drove through.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, we had tornado watches in Pennsylvania yesterday.
There was a tornado in my town this week. It blew a roof off the church.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a couple of comments. Okay, I know who this is. Her name's Heidi. On TikTok, she's known as Beach Boss. And she says, all the way from Florida, all you ladies are beautiful inside and out. I talk with Angie, and I absolutely adore her and her spouse. Thank you, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Good evening, ladies. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is. Try Kiara. And then Brandy Ray says, hi, Catherine and Angela. And hi, Lori. And then Heidi said, so are we. It is getting nasty here in Florida. You're in Florida too, right, Lori? Lori, are you in Florida?
What, babe?
Are you in Florida?
Yes, we're in Florida.
Yeah, we're in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, we got here earlier today.
Okay. Can you guys both hear me okay?
I can.
Okay. All right. Because Heidi lives in Florida, and she was saying that the weather's bad there too. And I was like, I thought you were in Florida too.
I am not in Florida, although it feels like I'm in Florida. Like it was 95 degrees in Pennsylvania today.
That's what it was in Georgia yesterday. It was so hot. I was like literally hot. I was like,
well,
oh
considering Pennsylvania has bipolar weather, and like during the course of the week, it was high 60s, low 70s, like kind of perfect, nice weather. And then the last 2 days, it jumped to like 89 and humid and hot. And I'm being melodramatic because I don't like the hot.
I'm the same way. Oh my gosh. And by the way, I know we're missing 2 other divas. I know we're missing Chris and Terry, and I honestly don't know where they're at. I haven't heard from either one of them today. So I know Terry tried to get on a minute ago, so I think maybe she had issues. So hopefully they'll be on next week. But tonight we were going to do a show about dating. But to be honest with you, I couldn't find a whole lot of information about dating and being a trucker. And nobody really wanted to come on the show and talk about it. So we're like, you know what? We're going to do a show. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's what I was going to get to. You've got a story.
Okay. I was going to say, I can. I love our story.
But we just figured tonight would be no topic, and you guys could just ask us questions if anybody has questions. But I was going to let Catherine talk because she actually did meet Ron, like Larry and I did on a dating site.
Yes.
Her story's cute.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you, Angie. I apologize for that. I just get really excited because I do love our story. Okay. I do. I get all excited to share it because we're still going strong. So,
oh
Ron.
my. Yeah, I think the storm's causing some havoc.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can see you, we can hear you, so that's good.
Yep. I don't think she can
that's
hear.
a plus, but yeah, I think the storm's causing that. I can hear you guys, but it's really choppy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good. We can see you good and we can hear you good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll just roll with it.
Okay.
Whatever.
Kind of like rolling with the Underwoods.
Right? Yes.
I mean, it seems appropriate. So
So
for the
Angie's been fighting allergies. I've got the allergies going.
And Catherine's been
It's
sick
been
too.
one heck of a week.
Yeah. I think Catherine's going to tell us her story about how she met Ron online.
Well, come on now, tell us the story.
all right. So 8.5 years ago, it was April of 2014. I met him. Hi, Diane.
Catherine, did we lose you?
No, she's right there.
She can't hear us, I don't think.
I think she's having a really bad signal issue.
Our mouths are moving, but there's no sound.
Hey, it wouldn't be the trucking if there wasn't some problems with our show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. But anyway, so I had come out of a really horrible marriage, and you reach a point when you're like at the bottom of the barrel and you don't know what else to do and you just want someone to talk to. So I was actually it was a chat room, and I don't remember what it was called anymore. And yeah, I learned some things that night that I didn't know as an adult.
Uh-oh.
And I saw his username was something truck driver or something. And I was like, well, at least he's going to understand, what it's like to be lonely. And that's really what it was for me. I was lonely. I just wanted someone to talk to. So I said, hey, and we talked and talked and talked and talked all night long, just through chat. And I had to go to work. And I was like, here's my email. So for 2 months, we emailed each other back and forth. And I kept giving him my phone number and he wouldn't call. So I said, are you too chicken poop to call?
Uh-oh.
That's not what I said, but you get the gist. And my phone rang immediately. It was impressive.
Yeah, you don't call a man a chicken.
Especially not a redneck from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Why
they
not? I
have-
call James a chicken all the time. I call him a yellow belly.
Yellow belly. I love that.
Hey, Ron, you a yellow belly?
Yeah.
So we ended up talking over the phone, and he tried so hard to get to Pennsylvania.
Did we
And
freeze
his
again?
runs always ended up in Texas,
Yeah, God.
which is
Opposite
not
direction.
Pennsylvania. So we had kind of a running joke about, he had a mailbox there. He was going to set up shop, because he was always there every week. And his boss was like, I can get loads to Pennsylvania, but I can't get anything coming out. And, I live in...
I think we lost everybody. I
No,
think so.
we're still here, Lori.
As long as, Angie, I know somebody can hear me, I'm okay. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So,
Oh, there we go. Everybody's back. They're back.
this is a riot. I love it.
Wait till you watch this back. This is so funny.
Oh my. So anyway, I live between I-80 and I-81. So we have a lot of trucking companies up here already that take our goods elsewhere, So he just had a terrible time. He actually switched companies trying to get loads up here. And in 8 months? No. In 8 months, he made it to Pennsylvania once. And it was bad. And it was October 15th. I remember this very, very clearly. he calls me and he's coming back from a load that took him up the East Coast to New York, and he was coming back across 80 through Pennsylvania. And he told a little white lie that day. And his sister in Pennsylvania was wanting to see him. So he ended up at the TA in Buckhorn, Pennsylvania, except he didn't believe me that it was there. So I'm like, you're going to cross the river and it's a big bridge. And because I couldn't remember the exit number because I don't look at them. I know where they are. It's over there. So, so he's pulled over on the side of the highway because he didn't believe me. And he actually was going to just bypass everything and go to Kentucky because he didn't believe anything I was telling him. And I'm like, look on Google Maps, just look it up. I promise it's that. It was funny.
Yeah, you told me when we met, you're like, he didn't know that anything existed beyond Ohio because that's as far as he'd ever gone.
Mm-hmm. He never made it past the Ohio line. And he believed that the world ended at the Pennsylvania-Ohio line.
Pennsylvania exists.
I promise. It's there, guys.
Not more than Ohio.
Yeah. Well, and like Ohio's not his favorite state, so but so I'm like, just go. I promise, just keep driving. So then he's like, I don't see a river, but I'm on a bridge. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the Susquehanna River. And he said, the Susquehanna, and I said the Susquehanna. But we were in a drought that year, so there was no water in said river. And he's like, that's a crick.
Oh, wow.
Like, we just went round and round. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm going to head to the TA. I'll meet you there. And he's like, okay. And I said, I'll call you when I get close. So I call him when I got close, and I'm turning into the road that the truck stops on. And I call him and I'm like, where are you? And he says, I'm in the white truck in the middle row. Y'all, I preach this all the time.
How many white trucks were in the middle row?
On any given day.
Right? And that's just like, did you find Grandma with all the red trucks over there?
Yep.
So I was like, I think you might need to direct me a little bit, because at that point, I knew nothing about truck stops. I knew nothing about trucking when I met Ron. I knew absolutely zero, except that y'all are bigger than me and can squish me like a bug. Okay. So
Like a pancake?
Yeah, pancakes, bug guts. I mean, so I pull in and I'm like very cautiously driving through the parking lot in my little blue car, and I see him step out around the truck into like his headlights, and I was like, "Oh, that's him." I know the bald head. Like, I knew the bald head, and I got out and I step out. We look at each other, and I knew instantly. I was like, "Yep, that's my guy. He's the one." And we both sort of knew. And then 3 months later, he moved to Pennsylvania. And we've been together for almost 9 years.
That's awesome.
Happily ever after.
Wow.
He is he's a good man. And I could not be happier. He's my soulmate. Absolutely.
Well, Larry, I guess I could tell.
He's a really good man.
He is. And what was funny was when we met him, it was kind of like when Larry met James, because Ron and him were just like instant friends. It was ridiculous. I'm just like, oh my God.
We did so much eye rolling.
We're like, we don't even exist, because they're like in their own world talking, and Catherine and I are like, hello, we're here.
I like flash you. It was bad. It was so funny though.
It was bad. So I'll tell.
I can't wait for the day that we can meet Ron. You know,
I know.
That'll be awesome.
Oh my gosh, I think it would be the same. I do.
I can't. I'm telling you, we need to do a Divas vacation, all of us together. It would be so much fun.
Yes.
I think we were talking about that next year, possibly for Chris's wedding. Okay. All of us doing a cruise or something.
Oh, nice.
So I'll tell my story about how I met Larry, because we did online too. But I wanted to mention real quick that we're going to have a couple of special guests with us on the show in just a little bit. Just because we have no topics going tonight, and they're new friends of ours, and we really like them. So I kind of wanted to introduce them before I do bring them on. They'll be on in about 10 minutes or so. But it's Kiera and Teresa, and they are known on TikTok as Pink Phoenix and the Diesel Dykes. I do want to say that we have invited them to our Truckers Safety Divas. We're so thrilled that they're part of our family. Kiera is a transgender woman and a truck driver and just a badass and beautiful and positive, and we can't wait to have her on the show. But I do want to say from the get-go that you guys should know by now that we are all inclusive. We love everybody. We love Kiera, so we won't tolerate any negative comments going when she comes on the show, because we plan on having Kiera on the show in June too. So
What she said. Nope, the other way. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
there's Chris.
hi guys. Join us tonight. I'm super excited
I've been
about
waiting
that.
backstage for a few minutes now, waiting to get in, but you guys were talking, so
I'm sorry.
that's okay. I'm like, Justin, I'm like, message Larry and James and let them know to tell their ladies that I'm backstage. I wanted them in the show. I'm sorry, you guys. I lost track of time, and Justin's like, "Oh my God, your show!" I'm like, "Oh my God, what time is it?"
Let's see. Okay. Lori Leach said, I gotta get ready for a big cool down, Catherine. I got to the low 60s. Rain this morning, gray off and on, might need a furnace tonight. Yes, bipolar weather here in Indiana. Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania. I think those, and Ohio. Those are like the most bipolar states when it comes to weather.
I concur.
And well, yeah, Florida's just raining and thunder and lightning, so
Yes.
nothing
And
abnormal.
Brandy Ray said, hi, Chris.
Hi, Brandy. Sorry, you guys. I feel so bad
Hey,
for being late,
gorgeous.
but I'm here.
Oh, Lori's been
Hi,
around.
gorgeous.
Hi, gorgeous.
Lauren's been a riot tonight because she's in the middle of a thunderstorm, so she keeps freezing up, and she thinks that we're freezing up, and it's pretty
It's
fun.
a riot. It is a riot.
I'm not surprised. That's Florida weather for you.
I mean, the comic relief tonight. That's all that is.
That's okay. We all need a little bit of laughter in our lives.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I was going to open up, if you guys have any questions for Catherine, Chris, Lori, or myself, tonight is just kind of ask the divas anything. And like I said, we'll have 2 more guests on our show here in a little bit, because tonight's just kind of a bullshit session. You guys can ask us anything you want. Okay, within reason, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Can we keep the questions PG though?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's say PG-13.
PG-13 is good.
Yeah, PG-13.
It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah. Jamie Barnes said, we just live in Indiana and we just left Indiana. Oh, they're now in Ohio. Yeah, I go through Ohio and Pennsylvania a lot.
Yeah, we do too when we're on the road.
Yeah.
Seems to be a very common route.
I know. We saw the other night that we were like an hour and a half away from Justin. I'm like,
I bet.
we're always really close to you guys.
Yep.
Although it was Justin that night, not you, because you were at home.
Yep.
I'm like, that's so weird. Looking at Live 360, I'm like, you're at home and Justin's on the road. It's so weird.
He was also really close to Kira, and her wife also. No, the other night you said they were like super close to you. Mia, I see you.
She's getting so big.
She's a brat.
He
Yes,
broke
you.
my thing.
Well, Catherine.
Is that Mia?
Yeah.
My dog just broke the cat's
Oh,
toy.
the Mia.
Your
Your
dog
dog.
did what, Catherine?
Broke the cat's new toy.
And your dog ate your laptop cord.
So okay, so now they have to meet, buddy. How do I change my camera around?
hit your screen, I think.
Okay, so we have a good question from Diane Yosick. And I actually have the answer for this one from Diane. What if a person needs money for lunch while on the road? How would a person at home send it to the driver? There is actually, and of course, the names. maybe you guys remembered. I lost the name of it, but I'll put it in the group tonight, Trucker Safety Divas. But there is a Facebook group specifically for truckers. If they run into money issues or if they need a meal, there's a whole group where you join the group, and then if a trucker needs help, they will put the information out as far as what truck stop they're at. And you can actually send money directly to the truck stop to help that trucker out. Or if
Very nice.
yeah, and then if you live in the area, then you could take money up to the trucker. I've done that. I've given money through when a trucker, there was a, matter of fact, 2 months ago, there was a trucker stranded, and he was new, hadn't gotten a paycheck yet, and he needed some money for dog food. That's all he wanted was some dog food. So Larry and I sent him some money through Cash App. So that's
Very
what
nice. I had no idea.
Yeah, and I apologize to Ann, but I will get that information and post it because I am part of that group, and it's a really great group. David said, good evening, y'all, from Missoula, Montana. Tonight, I will be having grilled cheese sandwiches, tomato soup, and fries for dinner. David, you always have the best food for dinner.
Yum. And it's so simple, but it's like the perfect cold weather dish almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
There
Stephanie
goes Lori.
says hello. I know, she's been going in and out all night, poor thing.
So much for that $600 Wi-Fi booster.
I love them.
So I was trying to help Ron with passwords, and it's not going well.
Okay, you want to hear? I don't know if you guys have ever looked, but like my husband looks like he's a pedophile on Facebook because he's got like 5 Facebook accounts. And the reason he has 5 Facebook accounts is because he can't remember his damn passwords.
I save mine in my phone, and if like for some reason my phone loses it or I get a new phone, forget it. I am like up the creek.
Yep. Lori, I know. I was thinking the same thing too. I thought $600 was a little pricey for a cell phone booster. We're trying to look into something too for ourselves so that we can have, because we have Wi-Fi on our truck, but as you could tell, we have Wi-Fi issues ourselves. So I need to look into something, but I don't know if I can afford $600 right now.
Right.
Okay. She keeps coming in. I'm trying to see. Nope. Poor thing.
There she is.
Oh, there she is.
Can she hear us?
Can you hear us, Lori?
No.
Mimi.
Should we do sign
Oh, and
language?
she's in slow motion.
Hello.
I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like she can't see us or something.
I know.
It's been that way since the start, I think.
Okay, so this is a good question for Misty Ann Maynard. She said, when you're out on the road, what do you find most challenging when it comes to food?
I have a great answer for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, because of COVID, everything closes early. So that's a huge challenge, is finding a place where it's not a McDonald's or a fast food. I mean, all of the restaurants that used to be open are no longer open, or they close early. They're either closed for good or closed early. So, I mean, some of the truck stops you're able to get like leftover spaghetti or, chicken Alfredo or salads or something like that. But for the most part, the food in the truck stops is literally like pick and go. It's very unhealthy. And, to find something substantial, that's for us, I think that's the most challenging part. I mean, we cook on the truck, but there are nights that, let's face it, we don't want to cook. It's late. We just don't feel like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't get a good meal.
That happened to us the other night. We stopped at the TA that supposedly had a Country Pride. We get there. Nope, they had nothing. Everything was closed.
Yep.
It'd been locked down for months. And that's the biggest thing since COVID is most of the restaurants shut very early now, between 5 and 8. So anybody who works nights is screwed. They can't get food. What is available is like any type of fast food. We're paying double the cost that you guys pay because it's in a truck stop.
Yep.
And the food that is available to us is just fast food and not really healthy stuff, except for through Love's. Love's has usually got salads and Love's has got fruits and veggies. But again, you're paying high truck stop prices for it. So That's why we try to cook as often as possible. But like Chris said, there's some nights where you're just exhausted and you'd rather just get something to eat.
Yep.
And Cindy said, have Larry put a password on a piece of paper and put it next to the battery on his phone. That's a good idea. And Stephanie said she was laughing about my husband being a creeper. I had to explain to my daughters why he had so many Facebook accounts. They're like, what is that?
What do you want me to do?
Okay, Misty said, I know we cook a lot in our Instapot. Do you cook with stuff like that? I do. I have an Instapot electric skillet, and what else do I have? Instapot electric skillet. Oh, and my Glan's 3-in-1 microwave.
Ugh, I can't wait till we get ours.
Oh,
I mean, it'll be a few weeks, but I mean, once we get back on the road and recover from, our situation now, that's one of the things we're gonna do is get one of those, because I think that we have a bunch of little extra things like you guys do on the truck. Like we have our hot plate, we have our skillet, we have, we had a crock pot, but we've taken that off the truck. All these little things, they add up, and it's clutter and there's no storage for it.
Yes.
So I'm excited to get ours.
Jamie said they all closed with the chickens. It's true.
Right.
I feel so bad for all the nighttime drivers, because the nighttime drivers, there's no food out there for them. They're stuck eating the cold sandwiches or, making a sandwich in their truck because there's nothing available. And if it is available, it's crappy like McDonald's.
Yep. We went to a truck stop. I don't remember where we were, but Justin and I stopped at a truck stop, maybe a month ago or so. Well, probably longer than that now, but both McDonald's and was it Chick-fil-A? They were both closed. It was like 8:00. And that guy came in hollering. There was 2 restaurants anyways. There was a Wendy's and a Chick-fil-A or something like that. Both closed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amber Hines said, if you all pass Mavericks in the Western region, they usually have fresh salads and fruits and stuff daily. I've never been to a Maverick. I've seen them, but I haven't been in one.
Which is great, but at 3 a.m, or, again, for those nighttime drivers, even between 10 and midnight, if you stop, you can't, it's all just not, it's a challenge.
Yes. And Heidi, you can actually get the Glan's. I got mine at Walmart. It was $99, and it's a 3-in-1. It's the same size as a microwave, but it's an air fryer, microwave, and a conventional oven. And I believe we have Kira and Teresa in the back, so give me just a second. I'll bring them on.
Mia.
Uh-oh, is Rio being bad now?
No, Mia, we're giving her a trial run.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
We're giving her a trial run of not being kenneled. And yeah.
No.
And she's being very nosy. Yes.
She's being a hellion.
What do you say?
She's being a hellion.
Oh, yeah. That's what you should expect from a puppy. I just think it's funny because you two both have puppies right now, and they're both being little shits.
Oh,
She's running around screaming.
Awful.
Yeah.
Wanting to welcome Teresa and Kira. So I actually got to meet them the other day, and Lori was super mad at me. And Lori was in here, but she's like in the middle of a really bad thunderstorm.
So are we. We just got some hail. We're in Pennsylvania also.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you having hail at?
Catherine.
We just got into Pennsylvania. Where are we?
We're not yet to Evans, I think, or something like that.
Lori's
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
We're like Evans, something right around there. We're at a rest area off of the 80.
Oh.
Yeah, our truck
That
was
means it's coming this way. Boo.
Yeah, Catherine lives in Pennsylvania. She's like, I don't want no bad weather. Lori, are you getting your exercise?
I don't think she can hear us.
I don't believe she can.
Oh,
I want to be like, Lori.
I know.
Can you hear us?
Okay, everybody, we got to learn sign language for Lori.
I know.
I can't hear anything right now, so I'm walking into a truck stop to see if I get better service.
Aha. Get those steps in, girl. Get those steps in.
I can talk sign language, but I only know like
I
3
gotta
things.
watch the baton.
And 2 of them I can't say.
Hi, Kira. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Teresa. So,
Or Teresa, I'm sorry.
that's okay. So, Teresa and Kara, tell everybody a little bit about you guys, because I know some of the people have met you guys on Trucker Safety Divas, but make sure you tell everybody like how they can follow you on TikTok and all that good stuff.
Oh, well, thanks for putting me like right on the spot here.
Well, hello, Diva
You need to
Nation.
expect that
That's why
here.
we're here, right?
Don't give her fuel. Well, obviously the first thing that is noticeable about us is, yes, we're in a truck.
Love her. Love her.
We have been doing the driving together since October. I've been driving for like 14 months. One of the very few females that like to do flatbed. And also one of the very few transgender truckers.
Yep.
We basically like to spend as much time as we can talking to people and helping break that barrier that there seems to be between people who are transgender and people who hate them, and trying to figure out why. So rather than us going after people who can't stand, people in the LGBTQ community, we try to figure out why and figure out where the disconnect is, and try to like meet the two in the middle on neutral ground, and trying to help as many people as we can be happy and positive.
Her name on TikTok is Pink Phoenix. Mine is Gypsy Turtle 1. And together we make the diesel dikes. And we also have a page for that as well that we just started.
I love it. I love it. Welcome to the family. I love it.
So what I loved about Pink Phoenix the most is Kiara is super just positive. Her TikTok videos are, first of all, she's super brave. I got to say that, because
Indeed.
being transgender and being a trucker is super brave. I'm so proud of her. I couldn't be more proud if she was my own kid. And
That's what I like one, and it's adorable.
That's what I told her today.
I'm gonna start calling you mom.
I was like, well, I told my husband last night. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I said, but the moment I saw Kiara's videos on TikToks, I just felt that instant connection, like she was my daughter. And I don't know if it's because I have a daughter that's lesbian. I don't know, but I just felt that instant connection. And I was like, I gotta meet this girl. I gotta meet this girl. And then I started seeing Teresa's videos, her fiance. And first of all, they're adorable together. So cute in person. And so sweet. And I'm just, and Lori was the one who actually introduced me to your videos.
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she. Can she hear us?
Can you hear us, Lori? Poor
Can you
thing.
hear? No. That would be a
no. Oh.
No, I'm just here to look pretty today. I can't hear nothing.
Well, you got it then, honey. You don't have to do anything.
We'll just say that. There you go, Lori.
Oh my God. Okay. So if anybody has any questions for Kira and Teresa, tonight is just questions. Feel free to ask. Hold on just a second. I just got to say hello to Angela. Now I know who she is. She follows us on TikTok, WXAngel905. Now I know who she is. Hi, Angela. We're getting a lot of TikTok people on here. I love this.
Awesome.
Let's see.
I stalked them from day one. I just fell in love with those two. I was her stalker.
So now we just had Lori admit that she's a stalker.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't we all though? Aren't we all?
We were watching
We
it through
all
the window
are on
of
Life
your truck
360, I
stalking us,
believe.
and it was just terrible.
Well, it's funny because we're all on Life 360 together, so we can all
I
see
know
where
where you
everybody's
are.
at.
It's kind of fun. It's like a human treasure hunt.
Yes.
Like you never quite know who's going to be where or what someone's going to be up to, and then like it's like peekaboo, I see you. We're 15 miles behind you. Drive faster.
Exactly. Heidi said, I know the hardest hours to drive is 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. I just wanted all to know you can always hit me up and I'll talk to you to help keep you all awake. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks.
That's
and
nice.
Yeah,
That is
that's
awesome.
very nice.
that is the hardest hours. I know Larry, he drives nights. I've driven nights a few times, but I don't like doing it. I hate it. I like driving days. But like 2 to 5 a.m., that's like that 3-hour window that's just a total bitch.
Oh, that's Ron always leaves between like 2 and 5. It feels like. So he's always and then sometimes he turn and burns, and then he runs into like what you were talking about, Chris, with the food issues. So like he can't win.
Yeah.
And Lori, I love you. However, quit making me laugh on like the show. Quit making me laugh, girl. She keeps making faces.
I know. Amber just said, there she goes with those funny faces again.
I'm just making my hair worse. Okay.
That's just funny. I feel so bad for her because she even walked into the truck stop so she could get better service. And
I do have to say, all of you ladies are so incredibly beautiful and gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing.
Aw, so are you.
And especially those of you that don't want to see it and don't want to notice it in yourselves. You all are gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful. And I will tell you this, Angela plays down herself so much.
Yes, ma'am.
After meeting her in person,
she does.
She is such, and I don't know how the universe crammed so much amazing in such a short little woman.
Right?
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
She's a gem, right? Rare find.
Like, can we put you in our back pockets, Ange?
Right.
I would love to do this.
She's gonna start bursting here in a minute.
See, I would love to do that, except we had tacos last night, and I'm not rude like that.
I'm trying to figure out how to walk around the giant spider on my floor, so...
Oh, you have a spider? Ew. Yeah, Kiara and Teresa made fajitas in their truck last night, and they kept sending me pictures of it. And Larry and I were like drooling. I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good.
They look so good.
We haven't started cooking yet because our truck likes to yell at us.
Ours
We
too.
have everything cut up.
What are you making tonight?
We're doing like a General Tso's style stir fry.
Ooh, yum. Yum.
Ooh.
I think we're going to do tacos tonight. Thank you.
Posers.
You're making me jealous, guys.
Right.
She really enjoys cooking, and she enjoys cooking in the truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teresa and Kiara, you guys actually have a question. Do you guys have a cat?
Yes, we do. I'll get her.
I gotta meet her cat.
Oh, I have a question.
Kiara, I love your dress, girlfriend.
I know.
She says she loves your dress.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
She actually bought it for me before we started dating as a gift.
Well, it's very nice on you and very flattering.
And there's Peanut.
There's Peanut.
Oh,
Now,
he's cute.
The funny story of how she got her name.
Oh, she? Jeez, I'm just messing up all around.
She got her name. I showed a picture of her to my son. Hold on a minute, baby. Just like this. And I said, look, here's the kitty. And my son, without missing a beat, went, oh my God, she looks like peanut butter fudge.
Oh,
Oh, that's so cute.
So, she's Peanut.
She's very cute.
I love it.
She is. She is very precious.
she's Peanut unless she's doing something wrong, and then when she does something wrong, I have a couple different names that I'm not going to repeat.
Kira, my nickname when I was like, okay, in my wild 20s was Peanut, and it has not left. I kid you not, like that was my nickname, and my friends are like, "Hey, Peanut," and I'm like, "I am 42 freaking years old, guys," and they're like, "So."
I'm gonna call you Peanut every chance I can now.
Catherine, from now on, you can't put your name as Catherine. It's just got to be Peanut.
That's right.
I mean,
we were trying to get the guys to do Larry, Moe, and Curly last night. We thought that would be funny.
I think that's super appropriate.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't figured out how to turn my camera around, guys. I'm sorry, but I wish you guys could see my dogs. Like,
what are they?
Oh, they're cute.
They're chasing one of my Tupperwares.
Oh,
because Buddy fits in my cabinet, and if you don't close the door on the bottom cabinet, he still pulls.
How old is Buddy now?
So he was born January 17th.
So about 5 months.
Just about 5 months. And he is, so I always compare puppyhood to like, he's in the Tyrannosaurus Rex stage of puppyhood.
Yeah.
And his feet, he's going to be a big boy. His feet are bigger than Lucy's. She's 2. She's my 2-year-old. And he's just going to, I think he's going to be big.
Oh. Yeah,
he's a white German Shepherd yellow lab mix, and he's as dumb as a box of rocks.
Be careful what you say. That you may find out otherwise.
I'm hoping. Please, Lord.
Maybe he's just a mastermind in fooling you.
I know.
That's what I'm thinking, Kira. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I would not be. I wouldn't be surprised, but right now it's just he's not smart.
Okay, now what kind of dog do you have, Chris? What kind of dog is Mia?
So Mia is a scruffy little mix of Yorkshire Terrier, Chihuahua, and like a Beagle Hound.
Oh, okay.
And she's a mess. Yeah, she's a mess. But she's a sweetheart.
Right? They are. They're like.
Yeah.
How do you not love them?
She's the spawn of Satan at the moment. She is just terrible. She's like in her terrible 2s, and right behind Buddy as far as age. So she was born December 5th. So she's just right ahead of Buddy rather in age. So she's another 6 months. She's going to be the perfect little pooch. But right now she is just every time I turn around, Mia, no, Mia, don't eat that. Mia, no. But I know, Catherine. I know.
But I think for me with her, it's been a lot easier because we've had her in the truck since day one.
Yeah.
So, like you said, Ange, on a previous show, I think having that confinement of space makes training them so much easier.
Yeah.
When she's home, she's like a bat out of hell. I mean, she just flies around the house and has no boundaries and is like darn near climbing the walls. But in the truck, she's really, really a good, well-behaved dog.
That's pretty funny.
We had that issue with Peanut when we had to change trucks.
Yeah.
It was like for a week we had to be in the hotel and she didn't know what to do with herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like too much.
So we started getting her catnip because she couldn't go.
Bless her heart.
That's how our dogs, when we go home, they don't know what to do with all that space. They're like, oh my God, too much space.
Back it up, Freshie. See, like this is what I'm talking about.
Listen, dude.
Heidi says she has a 2-year-old English Bulldog and a 2-year-old Chihuahua. And Chihuahua has been on the truck since she was 4 weeks old. Yeah, we put ours on when they were about 8 weeks old. Oh, and Jamie's got a pair-headed Chihuahua, and Lori's got 2 Chihuahuas, too.
Did you say pair-headed Chihuahua?
She heard me.
I heard you that time.
Oh, and we heard you.
I know what you said chihuahuas. That was a magic word.
I said Chihuahua, and you're like, she talking about me? Okay, you're too funny, Lori.
Nope, see, now I lost you again. Well, Juan, nap it. Wait, you gotta say it again. Say chihuahua. Say chihuahua. Say chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Okay, there we go. I gotcha.
Funny.
Oh my God. Girl, you're too funny.
No.
Okay. So just a reminder, guys, if you have any questions for us, put your questions up. We have Catherine, Chris, Lori, and then our special guest tonight, we have Kiara and Teresa. So if anybody has any questions, you can put them up. Misty Ann says, ours is like that. It takes him every other time, and he is a German Shepherd Husky mix.
I bet you can afford that.
I saw a guy at the truck stop today.
If there's any questions directed towards me, I will address them after the show since I can't really hear.
We'll do sign language so you'll understand.
Right.
Okay, everybody should have questions for Lori and only Lori because I think that would be really funny.
No.
She's like, lol.
Oh God. So, Kira and Teresa.
What a way to make a comeback from me being off for so long. Now I'm like here, but I'm not here. So hey.
Yeah, last week she was in a Tombstone celebrating her anniversary.
There we go. Sorry, you sounded like robots there for a minute.
I didn't hear anything.
Let's see.
I see you sticking your tongue out.
Jamie says, my dog rides on my husband's shoulders while he is driving. She thinks she is a parrot. Okay, that's pretty
Have a
funny.
cat like that.
I've been trying to get Tina to do that. She won't do that.
Jamie does sit right here.
Boots
It's
does.
cute.
You would think a cat would do that. She won't do that.
Yeah,
That's
Boots
called
does.
Into my lap and tries to lay on the armrest.
That is so weird because usually cats love the shoulder.
Yeah. My baby does. Yeah. Boots is always on my shoulder, but she doesn't give me any warning and just kind of like kamikaze. And I have a cat on me, and I always inevitably am like. So, but yeah, she rides around with me, and we walk around the house, and she'll ride down. She'll sit on my shoulders to go down to the steps to her litter box.
We saw a trucker just a couple weeks ago that had a ginormous parrot on his shoulder while he was driving. The biggest, I think it was a macaw. It was blue, yellow, and green. The biggest parrot I think I've ever seen. And it was sitting on his shoulder while he was driving down the road. I'm like, did I just see what I saw?
Okay. I have a question for all y'all, okay? Like, I want y'all to think about this because one of my biggest fears is birds.
Me too. Me too. See? Yes.
I'm not the only one.
I'm petrified of birds. Larry laughed at me every time we went to Alcatraz and there was pelicans all over and I was screaming the whole time.
No, my mom talked in Florida at Gatorland. There's a bird house and my mom's like, come on, we'll take the kids. And I'm like, no, we won't. We ain't French. No. And she's like, just Catherine Adele. And I'm like, Mom, I'm afraid of no. So now y'all know my middle name too.
Okay, so I have a question for Chris, for Teresa, and for Kiara, but we'll let Chris answer it first. And the question is, do any of you ever get homesick or have you adopted to truck life?
She gets to go first.
I do get homesick. I get homesick in the sense of family, not surroundings.
Yeah.
Much harder now because we have, the new baby in the house and, in that aspect of things, bonding is a little bit more difficult when you're away, and forming those relationships when they're young. I do like being home, but I definitely much prefer being out on the road.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Teresa and Kiara, what do you say?
So
We don't get homesick because we actually both gave up our physical home to live on the truck full time.
Yep.
The only time when I take home time 4 times a year to see my little boy, and so I guess we can't get homesick because we're always home.
And
That's what we're getting ready to do.
I really have no other ties. I've been a gypsy pretty much all my life, from Marine Corps wife previously to just being going from place to place a lot. So this is just like the perfect environment for me.
Gypsy Turtle 1.
Yes. That's her name on TikTok, by the way, Gypsy Turtle, which makes so much sense now that you just said that.
I love it. We've thought about living on the truck full time. We've definitely given that some pretty deep consideration.
Yeah. We're getting ready to do, we'll be doing it sometime this year for sure. Misty's got another good question for anybody that wants to answer this one. Of all the laws for truckers, what would you change and why?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Ooh, I would
got
say.
one.
Yep, go ahead.
The thing that I would change is I would make it illegal to do some of the stuff that four-wheelers like to do to us, as far as cutting us off and all that. And I would make it a much stiffer penalty for cutting off trucks and trying to run them off the road.
Right.
They can't stop like you can.
Totally. I think the one thing I would change is there's such a stigma with the Federal Motor Safety Carrier Association as far as people who are truckers and are dealing with mental health issues. A lot of prescriptions are you can't do or take as a truck driver. And I think mental health should be as important as our physical health. And I think that we should be allowed to take mental health prescriptions if the doctor thinks that it would help us. And there's so many prescriptions that you cannot take for that reason. So that'd probably be what I would change.
Sorry, we went to Dunkin' Donuts today and got coffees. We told them we wanted 1 extra shot of espresso. They hand us our drinks and we leave. We get back to the truck and take a drink, and they put like 4 shots in each.
I saw your TikTok. You guys were
I saw their TikTok, and oh my god, I laughed my ass off.
This is from Brian Hartwick. He says, prayers for a trucker friend. Her husband and the driver had to go to the ER yesterday, falling off the truck or trailer. It appeared to be a crash or a gash above his right ankle. Ow. Oh, a gash. A gash above his right ankle. Oh, that's so sad. I hate hearing that. I was to say, Kira, as a flatbedder, have you had any serious incidents where you've fallen off a flatbed?
We had an incident that wasn't falling off of the flatbed.
We had an incident together, though.
Oh, no.
Right after she got on the truck. Okay, that sounded really bad, first of all. Right after she got on the truck, we went to get a load, and it was steel coils, loaded suicide, which is basically with the holes in the coils facing out.
Yep.
And one of the chains, we had to secure it in a different way than I normally do because of the layout of how they had the coils. Well, as I was trying to tighten it, the chain slipped, and I was putting so much weight on it, pulling backwards. When it slipped, I flew in the air about 4.5 feet.
Bless your heart.
And the winch bar left my hands, and it kind of went in her direction, hit the ground, and busted her in the legs.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a permanent dent in my left leg from the winch bar.
It's memories. Teresa,
Yeah.
you're good. Just memories.
But honestly, like, if that's one of the worst injuries, like, I mean, we kind of just got through it together. She's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? We were more concerned about the other one. And, but we're like,
we don't have issues falling off the trailer as much because time wise and having all the different appointments and stuff like that, I've already made it very clear to my fleet manager and to the company that I will blow through a time frame and reschedule it before I do anything unsafe. So I always put safety as number one.
Yeah.
So
Here's another good question from Jamie. With the price of cigarettes, how many of you drivers still smoke or do the vape?
Good question.
We smoke, unfortunately. And Larry vapes too.
So I vape, and I also smoke. And oddly, over the past, I don't know, week, I seem to have involuntarily quit smoking. Very bizarre.
Wow.
Right,
That's
and
good.
I think I've smoked 3/4 of a cigarette in the last 7 days.
Wow.
And I don't even know why. Like, it's been on my
Good
mind,
job.
like, I want to quit. I don't know. I just haven't wanted it. So we'll see if it stays like that when I get back on the truck, because I have a funny feeling that when I'm fighting fatigue and I'm driving, I'm gonna wanna smoke.
That's why he smokes. It's like habit for Ron.
Yeah.
It's a very sore subject for me. I quit not long after I was diagnosed, like 3 months after I was diagnosed, I quit smoking. And under duress, I might add, I had teeth pulled, and they were like, "Don't smoke, or you will get lockjaw." I was like, so I quit smoking. He had a massive heart attack caused by smoking like 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Is like on paper, he was perfect. But that's all the doctors could come up with. That and hamburgers and crap food, like we talked about, Chris, right?
So cholesterol and
Yeah, but his cholesterol is normal.
Yeah.
And was. Yeah. So it was really weird. They were just like, we're going to chalk it up to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So he cut back. He smokes about a pack every, 2 to 3 days? No, 2 days.
Good for him.
Yeah. I mean, much better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, quit smoking.
Justin used to smoke three packs a day.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine smoking. When I did smoke, I only smoked a half a pack a day.
Same. And he's down to about a pack,
maybe
good. Just over a pack a day. But
we just started Wellbutrin a couple of days ago, so we're hoping maybe that'll help us out so we could quit smoking, because we're spending like, depending on where we go, we try.
Don't come to Pennsylvania.
I know. We try to hit like Missouri or Kentucky because those are like the cheapest places for cigarettes.
Yes.
And then if we're in those areas, then we stock up. But yeah, it's ridiculous. We spend at least $125, $150 a week that we could be putting towards retirement that we're smoking.
Right.
I want to apologize. I just want to apologize quick. I didn't realize I was muted. I muted myself. And I wanted to share with you. So from a trucker's wife perspective, okay, about the laws, okay, I am a trucker's wife. I am at home. I go with him maybe once every quarter if I'm lucky. And one of the things that really bothered me, and it has bothered me since we last talked about it, Angie, was that we have drivers that do not have a full understanding of the English language.
Yep.
That bothers me to no end. Ron had a run-in New York last night. The driver kept saying, "You speak my language." And Ron's like, "No, we don't speak you language. You speak English." And he was like, he was actually escorted out of the store because in English, he said, "You have to learn my language." So that irritates me a little bit, like, because we all know why about that big accident in
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
I have chemo brain. Sorry.
No, I totally agree with you. And I think what bothers me the most is when I go into a truck stop and they don't speak English and they're just flat out rude.
Yes,
to the
Angela.
employees
Like,
in the
we
truck
have
stop.
to cater to them? I don't think so.
Yeah, they're like,
Or the guys.
They want their fuel. They want their fuel receipts,
Yes.
or they want something else, and they'll just be downright rude to the employees at the truck stops. How dare you?
Right.
No, you're in this country, learn our language.
Right.
Or when Ron walked into the bathroom and there's naked guys getting, quote, showers at the sinks. Not okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
Foul.
What?
That is foul. They get showers, quote, quote, showers using the bathroom sinks.
And like soda bottles and stuff that they've saved. Justin has told me horror stories, and I'm like,
Ron just had one this past week.
I would be humiliated. I couldn't bring myself to.
Oh, no.
If I can't get under the running water, I'm just not. I mean, I'll wash up in the truck. I'll heat up a bowl of water and do it in the privacy of my own confinement. I won't do that in a public spot.
No, especially in a public spot. I mean, it's what we fuel and get free showers for. You know, you don't need to be doing that stuff in a bathroom stall.
And they do it.
Yep, they do. And as far as accidents, Ron did drive flatbed for a little while. He actually, it wasn't that he fell off the trailer or anything. He stepped down out of the cab, and the company he was delivering to never paved their lot. And he stepped down into a pothole that was like 3 inches deep, and he sprained his ankle.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's another thing. Like, the customers need to be held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
Of their property maintenance.
shippers and receivers need to help.
Absolutely. I have seen with shippers and receivers how badly they run their businesses and how they treat truck drivers. It's terrible.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like,
and I don't
you're
think
the
it
one who
infuriates me.
ordered this shit. You're the one who ordered this stuff, and you're the one who wants to receive it. Why are you making it so difficult on truck drivers? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it infuriates me, and I'm not even like there.
Like,
and thank you, Angela. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to go through hoops sometimes at these facilities, whether it's shipper or receiver. It's like you know, Teresa said, you guys ordered this, or you guys are expecting this. Whichever end of the spectrum you're at that moment, it never ceases to amaze me how some of these people even still work in their jobs. Like,
how they run their businesses is beyond me.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna interject real quickly. I'm gonna actually jump off. Ron has to leave in the morning, and I'd like to spend some snuggling time with him.
Can I ask one important question?
Absolutely.
You know what that question's going to be, because I'm going to embarrass you. Is Catherine getting ice cream?
Oh, Angela.
Hey, we heard that.
And
Ice cream,
she
ice cream, ice
disappeared.
cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Yes, we
Catherine's
totally
getting
are
ice
having
cream.
ice cream. Yes.
Catherine's getting ice cream.
Listen, I have had such a time from chemo, and when I feel up to it, I'm going to eat ice cream, okay?
It's good for the soul, darling. It's good for the soul.
Go ahead, Lori.
We got to tell Kieran. We got to tell
I have
Kieran
no
and
idea what we're
Teresa
talking about.
ice cream.
Please fill them in for me, and I love you guys. And I had a lot of fun tonight, and I'm glad I got to be back part of the show. I miss you guys, and I miss your faces, Chris, especially yours. All right, ladies, have a great rest of your night.
Enjoy your night,
I will
love.
talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Okay, so Kieran, Teresa, the joke is on Larry and I's first, right after we got married, we went on a cruise for our honeymoon. And so we went to this like a marriage comedy show type of thing. And so the guy was saying that with him and his wife, when they want to have sex, they have to have a code word so that the kids don't know what the hell they mean. So their code word was ice cream. So that became me and Larry's code word. And somehow during one of our live streams with Lori and James, it got leaked out and everybody found out that that was our code word. So everybody's like, so are you guys going to have ice cream tonight?
Yes. So if you ever talk about ice cream, beware. It could be received as a different type of ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, we found out today I'm actually lactose intolerant, and so you won't hear me saying that. But I have a question, kind of in that ballpark. You know, maybe a little bit more risque, I guess, but for us, one of the big things, because of what we've been through in our past relationships, we never really wanted to have that forced, like, twice a week we have ice cream. We operate on basically when it happens, it happens.
She went and made a mess of all of her food, threw it all over the bathroom floor.
And I guess my question is, what do you guys think about the whole letting it be completely spontaneous?
I couldn't hear the last part you were echoing.
As far as like activities being spontaneous,
like having ice cream.
Oh, that's the best way to do it. Spontaneity. Like, who the hell puts it in a book? Okay, Friday, 7 p.m. Meet me, meet me at the missionary stop. Like, who does that? Or like, let's go find the doggy. Like, who does that? It's like spur of the moment. Angela, stay in your seat. But seriously, who does that? Who does that?
Very true.
I mean, I guess there are some that probably say, okay, honey, you got 5 minutes to prepare. But like, how awkward. How awkward.
It should happen organically.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I mean, and sometimes it could seem like it's meant to be all day long. And then when the time is right, you're like, it's not meant to be. That is me. I am guilty as sin.
For us, it's even more difficult because
the statement on Chris's part.
Anyways, go ahead.
It's even more difficult for us because one of the side effects of the estrogen is that it destroys any desire.
Yeah.
Or it's supposed to, anyway.
I like how you changed that.
Somebody was bringing weird here, so obviously it doesn't take it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where that can be frustrating. There are certain medications out there that will also hinder the ability, and I'm just going to leave it at that for sake of personal privacy, if you will. But there have been some struggles where we've had to, speak to the doctor and be like, listen, this is not going to work. Like, this is not going to work. So that also plays a big part when it comes to the spontaneity factor. So a lot of different variables.
I think the other thing, like for us, is Larry tends to hold on.
Oh, okay. Bye, Ange. She'll be right back. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she has a call but I'm sure she'll find her way back into the room.
We're also having that issue too.
Mm-hmm. You okay, Ange? Does she not look like Sally Jesse Raphael right now? She does.
God.
She needs the red big glasses, though.
I love her. Did you hear what I said, Angela?
We might be having some.
My heaven.
We are.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
You had a close up. You were like, ooh, in the camera. And I was like, oh my God, she looks like Sally Jesse Raphael with her red glasses. So you guys said, Kira and Teresa, you guys were saying something about you're having some issues as far as medications now.
No, I was saying we're hearing a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I am too.
Is it me? It shouldn't be me.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna mute my mic, so see if that helps.
I say, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, that's weird.
Jump out and jump back in. It should take care of it.
That might work. Okay, bye.
Hello.
Oh, look, I can hear you now.
I know that's so weird.
Yeah,
It does it on Facebook Messenger too.
Facebook does that. I don't know why that is, but they get a weird feedback.
Is that any better?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Weird. It's probably Justin's phone. It's got to be something with me and Justin being like
within 2 feet of each other, because I feel like every single time we are, especially in the truck, it happens.
So are you both team drivers then, or are you
We are.
passenger? You're
Yep.
team drivers. Okay.
Yep.
How about this one? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What did you say?
I was going to say you're a team driver, and so is Angela. How does that affect the whole? Like, one of the big things with us, she has seizures, so she can't drive. But even if she could, we had talked about it, and we wouldn't want to do the whole team thing because we really value the time that we have together, and losing that because we have to sleep and everything.
Yeah.
How does that affect you guys as far as relationship wise?
Our biggest issue is, where we work at now, we have a lot more time together than we did when we worked for FedEx Ground. With FedEx Ground, we never slept in the same bed ever because we just didn't see each other. Now, usually on the weekends is about the only time we get to sleep together in the same bed. But our biggest issue, like as far as intimacy, is because we both are team drivers and we're constantly working, we're always in work mode all the time. And so turning off work mode to get into romantic mode sometimes is very challenging. It's very challenging.
When we go into work mode, it's typically as soon as we exit those doors and get on the flatbed.
Yep.
That's when we go into serious business mode because we have to plan the load. We have to figure out how many straps, how many chains, all that. And so we just get it out, get it done. And then when we come back in the truck, we come together. And
it's funny because when we get out of the truck, people don't think we're a couple. They think that she's my trainee because I don't talk to her the same way inside the truck when we're just together.
Yeah.
And I made it like when she first got on the truck, I told her, look, if this bothers you, let me know. But when we're outside and we're working, that's business. And I'm not going to talk to you like you're my fiance. I'm going to talk to you like you're a business partner. And that means I'm going to say things like, come on, we got to move. Let's get going. Let's get this done.
Yep.
And I've been in entrepreneurial mode before, so I know what it means to be in business mode. And that was one of her main concerns when I first got on the truck. Would I be able to separate the two? And I think I've proved that.
More than once.
And I think that we had a show topic about this, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And separating work and romance can be very difficult. Justin and I are fortunate where it's actually very easy, which it seems like for you guys, Kara and Teresa, is very easy for you guys as well. When you're in work mode, you're in work mode, and when you're in romance mode or personal mode, it's personal mode. I kind of have mixed feelings, and I don't know if I've actually ever told Justin this before. So,
surprise!
But I do, right. Look at him. He's like, By the way, Kara and Teresa, this is my fiance, Justin. But so I kind of go back and forth a little bit. Like, I love team driving with him. Don't get me wrong, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love driving the truck. I love that I went to school and had the support, and I love all the different factors from A to Z of driving a truck. However, there are times, because like you, Teresa, I rode, and I didn't drive, so I understand the value of time in the sense that, like, when Kira's done driving, she does her 11 hours or whatever. You guys kind of get the rest of that time to goof off, whatever, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's your time.
Yeah.
But as a team driver, it's like Angela and I now, it's okay, that clock is 10 hours. You have maybe a half an hour to turn the tables. And that's, getting off clock, turning on. You got to be up, dressed, ready, coffee, food, like everything organized for your trip. And there is no time. Like, people are like, well, what about on your 34-hour reset? We don't get a 34-hour reset. Our truck never stops running ever, unless we're broken down. Okay, so the past couple of weeks have been very off our normal schedule, but our truck never stops.
No.
So, like, the only time we really get is if somehow we finagle to like if he's running low on hours and I have more hours than he does, I'll drive like 2 shifts in a row kind of thing. So it opens up a little bit of a gap for us, but it's typically not that much. Or for in the shop.
Wow.
But, it's difficult. And I kind of miss having that off time like you guys get to have. There's a part of me that misses that. But you make it work. I mean, we have an incredible relationship, and it makes it very easy to get by each day.
Well,
I just want to add, sometimes you just got to take 10 minutes, put some music on, and stick your groove thing.
That's right. That's right. Even if you've seen us on TikTok, we make our morning routine a part of the live, and our makeup time is our together time.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing hers, I'm doing mine, we're doing our hygiene thing, and you know, we do that. And this week our schedule is way off, and both of us cannot stand it. They threw a monkey wrench in for us, so it's like.
I do want to play on what he said about shaking your groove thing.
Boy.
PG anyway.
It's
one
after
of the things, being obviously sitting all day driving, you don't really get a chance to do anything as far as like keeping yourself healthy and fit. And
it's a big struggle.
With us, we normally have a very, very set schedule as far as we pick up on Monday, drop off on Wednesday, pick up on Wednesday, drop off on Friday, and so on and so forth. And it basically follows itself most weeks. And so we're always constantly busy and working in time to work out when you're done driving. It's really hard for us. So what we actually do, and if you ever see us driving down the road and see us looking like we're having seizures in the truck, I swear we're fine, because what we'll do is we'll put music on and we basically do like dancing in the front seat while we're driving, obviously being safe, but especially if it's a straight stretch, we will sit in the front seat and dance for 2 hours straight. And we end up basically getting exercise, getting to dance, getting to have fun. And it's a lot of fun for both of us because we get to be goofy and silly. And I'm sorry, not sorry. It is some of the funniest things in the world when a guy rolls by us. Usually it's a big bearded guy. He'll roll by, see us dancing, do a double take, and then on the radio come through and say something like, "Woo, shaking, yeah."
It's really fun in the small towns, though, because, you're kind of cruising like you're doing kind of a drive-by kind of thing. And the looks that we get, we did YMCA and on one highway, and we got some serious looks from the construction workers, and they were like, "Yeah, that's really cool." And the small town people are like, "What?"
Yeah,
it makes it fun.
I do when I'm driving. I have a 3-pound weight and a 5-pound weight, and I have one that I keep next to the truck, and then Larry's got a 10-pound weight, and so we'll do this while we're driving, and then we'll switch between our arms, and then we've got resistance bands, and then I try to walk as much as I can. Like, I'll park as far away as possible, stop at rest areas and get walking, because to me, like, just put an earbud in and just rocking some music, I could be having the shittiest day ever. And I don't know, music to me is the biggest therapy. So I'll go for a walk. Yeah.
I will say this. I learned from my trainer about, trying to stay fit in the truck. One of the things that I do, and there was this fitness thing that kind of went, that was a big craze for a while. It was like the dancing fitness with Shaun T. Mm-hmm. And if you ever Google it and like watch some of his older videos, he tells you how to get an ab workout while you're just sitting and standing. Basically how to hold your ab muscles in, and you basically like do a crunch, but it's a dance. And my trainer taught that to me. And so it's one of the things that we do is we'll be driving, we'll do that so we get the ab workout. And then y'all, there's no trucker that doesn't use cruise control. Like when you're going like the 80 and it's 300 miles till your next like keep left, and you've got no reason to like slam on your brakes right away. We'll sit in the truck and like you keep your stomach tight and you basically pull your legs up like you're trying to run in place.
I do that too.
That is like such an amazing workout for your stomach and for your legs and everything.
Yes, I do that too.
I do it.
Don't hit me. If you hit me, I'm getting out of this truck and I will stomp a mud hole in you with my dress on.
Oh, he is getting so close right now.
He
I
is.
need to find you guys.
Bro.
Okay, we're
Easy
gonna
there,
get
Turbo.
ready to cut the show here in a few minutes because I have to drive here shortly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we gotta cook dinner soon.
yes, Heidi said I actually got hooked on TikTok while being on TikTok, and I would be making videos and dancing, and drivers would just look at me. See,
Yeah.
you're bringing the fun. That's what I love about it. I love that. That's what I love about TikTok. Every truck driver is different. You could see their life. It's unique, you know. That's what I love. That's what I love about all of us. We're all so different and unique, but that's what I love.
We all have a
Flavor of
common
life.
ground.
Before we go, I do have a question for all three of you, and then I'll tell you mine. Every trucker has their own sign-off handle. You know, when they're on the CB, they'll say something. A lot of them, it's something to do with shiny side up, greasy side down, whatever. What are your sign-offs that you normally do on the CB? Like, what is it you say when you're trying to tell, like, when you're talking to someone and you're like, all right, I'm going to tell them, my sign-off, and then I'm going to, what are your guys' sign-off?
I'm hammered down and catch you on the flip.
Hammer down and catch on the. I like that.
And I am I don't typically I don't typically use the CB just because I'm brand new out in the driving world. I just got my CDL the end of January, so I'm literally like super amateur. Like I'm still trying to find the shorts that fit me, if you will. So I'm more focused on kind of the task at hand instead of reaching, and I'm short, so it's hard for me to reach the CB sometimes. So like if I'm like reaching for something, it like throws my whole center off, and I'm still trying to learn the truck. I'm still trying to like feel the weight, and there's a lot of things that I'm still getting used to, so I don't typically use it.
Okay. I always say keep the shiny side up.
So
if I could add, actually, I know it's a diva show, but
You're a diva, honey. You're a diva.
I'll play diva for the moment.
You're so gorgeous.
Stop it.
Gross.
Anywho,
I love you.
so Kira, you mentioned Sean T, and I just wanted to mention for those of you that don't know, Sean T is an avid workout composer. I don't know what else to call him, but his videos are affiliated with Beachbody.
Yes.
And Beachbody is an enormous workout program. You can actually get Beachbody on demand. If you happen to select the Beachbody on demand with an app on your phone, tablet, laptop, you can actually download, or you can subscribe to all of Beachbody's workouts, everything from Zumba to P90X to
yoga,
Insanity
Pilates,
to the country music one, dancing or whatever. Like they're all there.
Okay.
So
have workouts with Bubba.
Right. Let somebody find me trying a country line dance in a truck stop, and they're gonna be like, that what is smoking.
You know what? You might start a flash dance. You never know.
Flash mob, you never know.
Yeah, there you go. Trucker flash mob. That would be fun.
Kira, you were talking also about how y'all like to dance while you're driving. Well, I'm sorry you girls don't know how to do this, but I could stand up, drive, and dance while I'm at it.
Oh, he's so
I could, but I would get carried away and like start dirty dancing, and then I would have truckers crashing into me, and I don't want that.
Helicopter.
Oh dear God!
Welcome to my world, Kira.
Pandora's box is open.
Right. Welcome to my world.
Well, box is open.
So my sign off has nothing to do with trucking, actually, because my big thing is I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Disney. One of my favorites is I love Peter Pan. No, he's parking. Okay. I love Peter Pan. So my sign off is always second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Oh,
very
nice. I love that. I have yet to have a trucker come back and say something where they understood it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'll say that, and then everyone goes quiet, and I'm like,
trying to figure it out.
Okay, good night.
What's the deeper meaning behind this?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're going to get ready to go, guys, because we got Kiera and Teresa that need to get to cooking. I know Chris and Justin probably want to spend some time together. And we got
Ice cream.
I've been up for over almost 40 hours.
She's talking.
Oh, you still haven't slept, Justin?
No, he's been up. I went and picked him up. He drove all night from last night, as you know, and
Yes.
then he drove into Raleigh, and I met him about 9:30 this morning.
For the record, I've been up since 9:00 a.m. Central Time yesterday.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready. He'll sleep.
Yeah, you need to go to bed.
1,000 miles in less than 24 hours.
He's ready.
Yeah, you need to go to bed.
And he's home in his own bed, in his comfort zone. He's not on the truck.
And everybody and everything is still keeping me up.
Well, I just want to do just a couple of reminders before we get off. Don't forget Wednesday, we have the Wednesday's Wives show at 12 Central. It'll be Terry and Catherine, and we are also looking for another diva to possibly join the Wednesday Wives show. So if you're interested, please get a hold of Catherine. Don't forget the guys will be back next Friday, where they never have a topic and it's just low. Oh my God, I can't even say it. Mo, Larry, and Curly every Friday night, 7 p.m. Central. Truckers on TV, and then we'll be back here.
No.
See? And then we'll be back next Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. And we actually have a special guest next week. We have a very special truck driver who just finished going through CDL school. And what is so amazing about her is that she is actually an amputee. So
Awesome.
Yay, she is going to be on. I'm super excited for that. She's super cool too. You guys are going to love her.
And she's very positive and inspirational. So I'm so excited. So we're going to have her on the show next Saturday. And Kiera and Teresa, we're going to have on the show a couple times in June. So they're going to be back with us. So
Yay.
Can't get rid of us. We're like your herpes.
Listen, now that's taking it to another level, but it was so nice to meet you guys. I'm so glad you guys
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
you guys.
It was fun.
Shush. Close your mouth.
Everybody have a great week and be safe. Keep the shiny side up and love you guys all.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
That was great.